everybody, how's it going? This is Danny, the Wicked Awesome Gardener, coming at you from the Wicked Awesome Garden. And as you can see from this bed behind me, I have a lot of seedlings that need to get in the ground today. It's a little bit warmer than I would like it to be for planting. It's about 85 degrees now. It's only going to get hotter. It's going to be almost 90 today, but they can't sit there another week while I have work and rehearsals for my show. So make it or break it, survival of the fittest today, I guess. The tomatoes are debatable. I had to restart, so I just have little baby tomato seedlings. They only have 2 sets of true leaves, and normally at this point I would be potting them up into 4-inch pots just to get a little more grow on them, but it's almost June. It's time to get them into the ground, and then they'll just have that much more root space to grow down. So we're just gonna throw them out and see what happens. Today's video was part of a larger video that was just going to be a come along and plant with me while I fill out this entire 4x10 bed with everything that I'm growing in it. And it really just got too long because I was explaining too much about the benefits of the trellises and all of that and the varieties that I'm growing, so I really had to cut it into 2 videos. So this video is going to be about planting out tomatoes, and if the video doesn't run over, we'll also plant out the extra pollinators around the garden, like the nasturtiums, the marigolds, the basil, and all of that. That's going to be awesome. And the other video ended up really being more about trellis. So if you want to get 6 vegetables that you can grow on a trellis and the whys and hows of trellis growing, go ahead and check out that video. I will put the card here. But for now, let's get into these tomatoes. I had to start my tomatoes over because I really did start them too early, and I didn't have the full setup that I really needed, having just moved into this apartment, to do my growing operation correctly for the seedling sale. So that was an entire bust. We do full transparency on this channel. So I've bought a few seedlings because I went to plant sales and I went to a friend's house, and I am just an addict for new tomato varieties. But I did start this whole tray of tomatoes, and they're getting their second leaves. It's a bit early to be transplanting them, but we're going to do it anyway. Over here we have a Cherokee Purple, a Gold Medal, and a Valencia. You can see the trellis is planted out now with the melons and spaghetti squashes. And over here we have a Juliet and a Cherry Bomb. So I'm going to focus my cherry tomatoes down here. I'm going to save my paste tomatoes for growing over in that bed over there, what's currently known as the bed of holding. But we're going to get tomatoes into this, probably our slicers and some of our cherry tomatoes here. Like, we're going to put a Tessa's Landrace Currant. We'll get in there. So this is Cherry Bomb. It's a hybrid cherry tomato. I'm expecting good production out of that. And this one over here is a Juliet, which is a large sort of grape paste tomato. And I'm interested to see how that turns out. Serena over at You Can't Eat the Grass calls it the perfect tomato, so I gotta try it. I'm on a mission here. This is a 42-day tomato. I got these seeds from MI Gardener's website, and they are supposed to produce in 42 days, and I think that's actually from time of transplant, not time of planting seed. So just for reference, I planted these seeds on May 3rd, and today is May 22nd. So we are going to go ahead and plant this, and we will see in 42 days if we are picking tomatoes from this little buddy. We're going to plant him nice and deep. It's a dwarf type tomato, so it should be a determinate, and I think I actually planted it too close this way, but these are cherry tomatoes. It'll be fine. They'll live. And my only other cherry variety are these Tessa's Landrace Currant, and I think I planted more seeds in here than I intended to, but I'm only going to plant one, so I'm going to very gently try to take one here, the strongest one from the side, and we will try to transplant the rest. That one looks easy enough to tease out without breaking roots. That wasn't so bad. I'm going to pot up all my extra tomatoes separately anyway, and I'm going to put them out on the sidewalk for people to come and get. And I don't have extra labels, so thank God for this video showing me where everything is going. So we're going to plant our Tess's Landrace Currant here behind the cherry balm near the trellis. I'm giving these each a handful of Garden Tone fertilizer. I think the brand name is Espoma or Ipsoma, I can't remember. But these are just little babies. Oh my goodness, I feel like a terrible tomato mama putting them all out in the garden here to fend for themselves, but you know, it's what I gotta do. Let's go with blush next. That one looks good. I am going to save some of these now that I'm talking about it, just to make sure that the ones that I plant out do make it. Oh, I hate putting my foot in the center of the garden. I feel like it's compacting my soil, but it's really nice, loose compost. This is great. These trees have dropped a million pinwheels on my beds. Oh, I don't need trees, I need tomatoes. Over there we'll do an early girl. So when you plant tomatoes, you want to make sure that you are planting them deep. Love that these just kind of fall apart. Don't have to pull or tug these roots, but you want to plant them nice and you want to get that soil all the way up to those first leaves, because it's going to go and set roots all along that stem, so you're going to have a much healthier plant in the long run. Let's go with a Super Snow White. These are both really nice, healthy plants. Let's get pink brandywine. That looks like a nice strong one. Here on the outside, I'll plant my one beef steak. Time for some color. We'll do a great white. I gotta hurry, it's raining. It's a really great, healthy looking mortgage lifter. It's gonna be gigantic. I got one black beauty. I've planted these a little more densely than I planned. I really was just eyeballing it, so I find myself with some extra space. So I'm going to get myself an extra mortgage lifter in here. I've just been eyeballing the spacing, so here I am planting the rose tomato. I realize I have now some extra space because I did not space these quite as far apart as I had originally intended to. So I'm going to plant an extra rose tomato because I've got to fill up the space somehow, and you know what? Why not have an extra tomato? I mean, the cherry tomatoes you can crowd a bit more anyway, and that's really where the crowding came in. just have to make sure we fertilize very well throughout the season. And I think we'll put in an extra great white. So I have a great white over there. I have a great white here. Great white, black beauty, rose, great white, mortgage lifter. I'll throw another mortgage lifter there. Now these on this side are the ones that are going to go in the bed of holding. These are all paste tomato varieties, and this is a ground cherry which will go in the bed along the side with my blueberries and fruits. Put the early girl over here in between the Valencia and the mortgage lifter. And one more blush tomato, because pretty colors seem to be the name of my game this year, aside from variety and too close plant spacing. This is going to be a lot of tomatoes in one bed, like lots and lots. Is it bad that now I'm thinking about the other varieties that I could fit into that other bed, seeing as now I'm not going to have quite as many tomatoes to fill it? It's getting really hot out here now. It's close to 90 degrees. The sun is coming out from behind the clouds, but it looks like we may have a little rain shower coming through. I don't know how much or if we're even going to get rain, because it just says scattered showers. But we're going to water these guys in so we can make sure that their roots have really good contact with the soil. There's no air pockets under there, and just in case the rain doesn't come through, they'll be nice and hydrated and should be able to start growing happily. One thing that you will notice that I'm going to be very careful about is I'm going to be watering more around the seedlings than I will be on the seedlings. You really want to avoid getting them wet or allowing soil to splash up onto their leaves. That leaves them very open to disease, so we're going to be really careful about that. Here we go. It never fails. When I start to water part of the garden, I end up watering the whole garden. So there's going to be a whole lot to pull out of that video, but oh well. Anyway, there's the tomatoes all planted out. Oh God, how many did I end up with? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 22 tomatoes. Oops. I'll have to go back through this video and mark down what I planted where, but let's take a look. So not only do I have these tomatoes here, but I also, if you notice, have the trellis planted in with spaghetti squash and Kajari melons and cantaloupes, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to see all of that start growing up the trellis. Oof, this bed of holding. That's such a huge mess. It's going to have to wait until tomorrow because I've got to take a break, and then I really need to get these peppers planted in because it's really, they're overdue. It's time to get them in. I have the jalapenos in already, but I need these almas and lute showers, purple beauties, California wonders, chiltepins. They all need to get in here. And then that bed is complete and I can mulch it because I already put the eggplant in. This squash needs to go over there. The herb garden over there needs to get planted in. The sunflowers need to be planted all along here. Whew, there's still so much to do, so much video coming. And I didn't even get to planting the marigolds and nasturtiums. That will have to wait because one of the most important things I have to do now is get these potted up so that we don't lose those and I can give those away to somebody else. I mean, not the worst thing in the world, but I hate to see seedlings go to waste if somebody who needs some free plants can get them into their garden. So we'll take those upstairs and get going. As always, thank you for coming along today. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really, really does help the channel grow. We just hit 500 subscribers. 500! Ah! We are halfway to our 1,000 subscriber goal. Guys, my birthday is in a month and a day. It's coming up at the end of June. I would love, love, love to hit my subscriber goal of 1,000 subscribers by that time. So if you know somebody who likes to watch gardening videos, maybe they like things like Roots and Refuge and Am I Gardener and they watch them all the time, share my channel, show them, maybe they like my channel too, who knows. So yeah, the sun is out, the garden is watered, I'm gonna let everything soak in, I'm gonna take a break, edit one of the videos from this morning, get it up there, then come back out and plant up those peppers. Thank you so much for coming along while we grow some wicked awesome food from yard to table. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please click here for more content. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited to go through this journey with you while we grow something wicked awesome from yard to table.